Hello there, welcome to another video on this Esoteric Circle YouTube channel. Pete Haskins along with Wanda. We are down here on a Sunday morning, the Menominee River, and just going to be talking about the doctrine of the present and how you can stay in the moment and why this is so important on your journey. Wherever you're at on your journey, blessings to you, and it's great having you here. We have an online group on Discord, and we have been studying Moraviev's Gnosis 1 for about 10 months now. We're almost done. We're going to start that over. So if you're interested in starting this over with the group, or starting this with the group, Boris Moraviev's Gnosis 1, it's the commentaries on the esoteric tradition of Eastern Orthodoxy, and it's deeply connected to the Fourth Way and Gurdjieff and Ouspensky. So if you're interested, let me know. We're also going to be studying Robin Amos's Different Christianity. I'll be teaching this, and folks in our group will be teaching this. Yesterday in our group, we talked about this chapter 20 of book 1 here. It talks about the doctrine of the present. I just want to read this. This is this system of esoteric exercises has been conceived so that people who have already acquired a certain store of theoretical knowledge can go on to practical work. It is based on the doctrine of the present. These exercises are divided into 3 groups correlated in the structure of the personality. And then he goes on to talk about the 3 groups of exercises here practiced along the way called the Royal Way, which is what we're doing here, the Royal Way. And it is 3 objectives: the mastery of the body, mastery of the personality, and establishing contact with higher levels of consciousness. So that is what we're focused on here. We're focused on evolution. We're focused on the acquisition of these different connections with higher forms of consciousness. That's what this is. That's what Christianity is all about. And there's a deeper place within Christianity than what the church offers. So if you are searching, if you want something deeper than what the organized church can offer, you found a good place. So let's talk more about that. When I was going through a really tough time in my life, my early 30s, when I actually discovered this stuff with the passing of Charles Ashton, I met someone from Chicago who was connected with Robin Amos and Praxis Research Institute, and I met him and his wife Lillian Delavorius. I was going through a really rough time, and I got into Orthodoxy and got into the method of the Jesus Prayer and the practice here, and has led me here, led me to you. And on the searching and the investigation that I went through, because this is a journey, this is a personal investigation. This essentially is all about you, right? It really is. As I did that, I got into the teachers of the early Christian church, the early church fathers, especially the Cappadocian fathers, Gregory of Nazianzus, Gregory of Nyssa, Maximus the Confessor, these guys, and then in that tradition also the Saint Simeon the New Theologian, Charles Ashton is in that line. And I came across a guy named St. John Climacus. And St. John Climacus had this quote that I put on the front door of my house and the back door of my house. I said, "In whatsoever I find you, that is how I will judge you." I'm going to repeat that. St. John Climacus. "In whatsoever I find you, that is how I will judge you." And this is a connection with this doctrine of the present. This is a connection, a deep connection, with why it is so important to be in the moment. Not just because of this kind of like sense that, this is kind of a cool thing that we do, that we just need to stay in the present, stay in the moment, and it's kind of reduced to these little aphorisms, isn't it? In our society, it's just kind of reduced to just trivial things, and this is not a trivial thing. this doctrine of the present. How much of your life is spent living in the past and worrying about the future? Jesus speaks of this constantly, staying in the moment. The Beatitudes are all about that, staying in the moment. And he talks about this constantly. This is one of the things which we have lost in Christianity, is this sense that we need to stay in the moment. We're so worried about being good people, moral people, ethical people, and we lose sight of what salvation is really all about, because salvation is all about in the moment. And whatsoever I find you, that is how I will judge you. Wherever you're at that time, you're passing. That's an important time. That's an important time, and you need to be concerned about that. And when you're present, when you're concerned about how all your three sinners are working together or not working together, as the case may be, when you're so worried about what happened to you in the past, if you're so worried about what is going to happen tomorrow or in the future, whether it's financial or relationship-wise, if you're so worried about getting back at someone who's hurt you, if you're so worried about being humiliated or scared or frightened or angry, and you're so worried about the things in the past and the things that haven't happened yet, you're missing the entire point of this. It is staying in the moment, staying in that moment, because it is only within this moment that you gain the finer energies, the higher energies, which allow you to evolve. What they call the hydrogen energies, this finer energies which allow you to evolve to a higher state of consciousness. That's what this is about. Staying in the moment. Can you stay in the moment today? Can you literally just relax and just be, and not worry about what's happening tomorrow? Don't worry about what happened yesterday or 10 years ago or 20 or 30. These are all just memories. These are all just toxic memories that you're associating with toxic emotions. Stay in the moment. For whatsoever I find you, that is how I will judge you. This is very, very important stuff, because this is really all about being in the moment, being in the present. That's all this is. The work is just about staying in the moment and realizing what is happening, because there are worlds that are occurring around you in the moment that you're missing out on. You're missing out on things that are happening all around you. Things are happening, and you're missing them. Don't miss them. Have a joyful day. Live in the moment. Relax. Use the Jesus prayer. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. And stay in that moment. Stay in that moment. Blessings to you. I'll see you soon.